Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna. I'm your manifestation coach. All the information for me is below. I coach primarily with audios and emails specifically designed for you to achieve your manifestational goals. I always recommend that you spend at least a month with me because a month is the time that is ideal for changing your habits, changing your thinking, changing your beliefs that keep creating your manifestations. We go into everything in my coaching. I'm unlike any other coach on the internet. We dive into everything. I don't just offer you affirmations or respond to your emails. We go through your belief system, which is primarily what manifests your reality at the moment. We dive into everything: your background, how you grew up, your formative experiences. This is really important. And then we go into affirmations, scripting techniques, other techniques, a lot of other stuff that will be really, really helpful to you. So I just want to explain that my coaching is very different. And I'm going to reiterate this one more time. Usually people contact me, they tell me about their situation, and we schedule an hour Zoom session to just go over and see if we click. Now, I have, 190 videos on my YouTube channel. So it's not like you don't have the opportunity to decide ahead of time. My personality is very straightforward. I don't dance around the issue. If I'm telling you this is your issue, you need to take my advice. Otherwise, I can't help you. If you're going to argue with me or tell me you've already processed what you need to process, again, then I'm not the coach for you, because while you're saying you're done processing and that's not a problem for you anymore, your manifestations don't lie. 3D never lies. It's the aftermath of your beliefs. So I think if you want to get coached by me, you need to come humble and you need to come vulnerable. Okay? This is the only way to change your life, to change your manifestation. If you want to go to a different coach who's just going to give you some affirmations and scripting techniques or whatever other techniques, go ahead. All right? But that's going to solve nada. Absolutely zero. Because that's just kind of like putting a band-aid on your problem and not really diving deep. In addition, I'd like to point out my fee has just been raised, and it's still not as expensive as most coaches. On the internet, I have been warning you guys that I will be raising my fees simply because it makes sense. In the beginning, I really wanted a lot of people to get a taste of my coaching, so my fee was ridiculously low. I'm going to keep raising it. It's only fair to me. The amount of time I spend with every single client of mine is substantial. Okay, the way we interact is through audios and emails. Like I said, primarily it's audio. So every single day I answer your audios, which could range from anywhere from 7 minutes to 25 minutes. I have to go through your audio, analyze what I need to analyze, write it all down, think about it, and then really give you profound feedback that's going to help you change your life. It's a lot of work. I spend at least an hour a day per client, okay? It's a complete in-depth analysis of everything you need to work on and how to work on it. Also, I'd like to just set the expectation because of the amount of clients I have. I usually answer the audios either in the morning and or at night, depending on the length of the audios. Okay, so it's morning, sometimes really early morning, as early as 4 o'clock, and then late at night or just in the evening. In the middle, I have other businesses, I have other things, so I won't be able to answer you with the frequency that perhaps some people necessitate. So again, just to reiterate how my coaching works. Most clients have my phone number, so if there is an emergency of some kind, I usually answer pretty right away. And if you'd like any other questions answered about my coaching, the email is below. I'd be happy to assist you. And as usual, I just like to remind you, I do prefer Cash App for payment. My website is solely to illustrate my services and all the prices. Okay. Now back to the subject of today. Thank you so much for all the new subscribers, by the way, and welcome everybody. Really appreciate it. The subject of today is knowing. And I've been thinking about it for the last couple of days because I really wanted to come up with the verbiage that really is going to explain how I see it and how I understand it and how I have been able to manifest things seemingly out of thin air and how I've helped manifest, other people out of thin air. When you're manifesting your specific person, okay, first of all, big parenthesis here. Your SP disappeared on you or you broke up with them because you needed to work on yourself, okay? You needed to work on your beliefs. Primarily, it's beliefs. You needed to realign yourself to the version that you really ought to be to create the best version of your reality. Okay, they didn't punish you, you didn't get rejected, okay? None of that stuff is real. You're just showing yourself what you've got going on inside, which is why, like I said, big parenthesis here, most channels won't tell you this. Most channels will give, most coaches will give you, here's a technique and here's another technique and this, that, and the other. No, it's about your beliefs. You're reproducing your experience based on your beliefs, period. Okay? So as long as you resist talking about or working on your beliefs, nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change. All right? They will reappear when you're ready. When you're 100% in alignment with the version that you should be in order to experience your manifestations, right? So if you are triggered by your SP not being here, or if you're triggered by the internet coach telling you that you've got beliefs to work on, you probably have beliefs to work on. Otherwise, you wouldn't be triggered by anything, okay? Your SP will reappear instantaneously when you're 100% in alignment with yourself and you've dealt with what you need to deal with. It's not about them. It's about you. You're the one with the problem. You've got something going on in your consciousness that literally pushed them away. It doesn't mean physically push them away, but energetically speaking, you push this person out of your life in order to learn. It's a really lovely experience, actually. Yes, lovely, because you get to learn a lot. And then you will understand how manifestation works. But in this case, you really care about this because, yeah, you love this person. Also, a really big thing, okay, is if you have some kind of triggering situations right now with your SP where, you're angry, upset, this, that, and the other, there's some things to work through. Again, you will not manifest them until you've worked through that and until you're ready to love them. Because your energy of all of that resentment and anger is literally pushing them away still. It's keeping them away. So the work primarily is on you. So when you're manifesting your SP, You have to just, first of all, commit that you're going to manifest them. You can't be like one day yes, the other day no, chupa chupa chu, like maybe, yeah, I don't know. Okay, universe is very confused by these kinds of mixed messages. You've got to commit, and you've got to commit hard, and you got to be like, I'm manifesting this person and I'm going to 100% focus on this. You also have to understand that you are the creator of your reality, that there is no outside source trying to manifest or take away anything from you. It's non-existent, this premise, okay? So sometimes when people argue with me in the comments about, no, you're not the god of your reality, and it's not, you're bending the will. Okay, please take a seat, be quiet, read a book, get back to me when you're ready. No, it's all about you. You are the universe, you are the creation and the creator. There's nothing else going on. Like, really, really, really. Okay? So, when you're ready to commit, when you've made the decision to manifest this person back, and you've let go of the resentment, you've worked through your beliefs, and you're 100% in alignment with your desire, then the work begins. And then we can talk about affirmations and all this fucking stuff that everybody loves, okay? Then you're a blank canvas, okay? And this is why I offer coaching, is to explain to people that before you start on your manifestations, there's some work to be done, my darling. Yes, yes. Otherwise, you would have had your manifestation. And therefore, why would you even talk to me? Why would you? And so when the work begins, you automatically assume that once you decided on having this person back, this person is coming back to you. Okay, you need to develop this confidence. I don't know how to teach confidence. You're just going to have to understand that thus far, you've created the shitty version. It was within your control, 100%. You created it. And some people really hate to hear it. I understand, because, if the result is shitty, nobody wants to take credit for it. But the beautiful thing about the shitty result is that if you acknowledge that you created that, then you can reverse engineer and say, okay, this was shitty. Now what do I want to create? And the sky is not the limit. Like, please, let's establish a few things. Once you decide on something, it was already done. In that parallel reality in which you're going to transfer yourself with affirmations, with visualization, with scripting, that reality existed before you were born, before the universe was created. I'm serious. It was all configurations already exist. So it doesn't matter if the person told you, I don't want to talk to you. Doesn't matter if the person lives on the moon. Doesn't matter if nothing matters. Not a goddamn thing matters. No circumstance is a circumstance that cannot be transformed through jumping to a parallel reality in which your desire is already fulfilled. Therefore, you have to start out by knowing that of course you can jump into that parallel reality. Of course, you've been already doing that all your life. Except for now, you're going to do it on purpose. On purpose. And then, yes, I agree. If the affirmation helps you to remember, oh yeah, that's the reality I am jumping to. And sometimes it takes a little minute because some people have resistance still towards this godliness state that they always had. Okay. But as long as you are remembering and reminding yourself, oh yeah, that's the parallel reality, that's the parallel reality, that's the parallel reality, the universe will show you signs. It will be completely, there will be no doubt in your mind that your manifestation is coming to fruition. You will start having feelings about this person that are congruent with that parallel reality. You will start seeing signs. Maybe this person will call you out of the blue. And even if it's still kind of like not exactly what you want, it's still a manifestation that you're on the way to your parallel reality of preference. So the idea is to commit. Like I said in the beginning, you commit. You're going to get your manifestation, period, the end, because you start out by knowing. By knowing what? Knowing this parallel reality has always existed and always will exist, by the way. It already is. It's like made like that, you know? Oh my God. What do you want me to say to you? It just, why do people argue against their own creations? Just decide and commit. And then, yes, affirm, script to remind yourself, this is where I'm going. And it has no choice but to come to you. Zero choice. Why? This is your reality. Nobody has a choice. Nobody has free will. Forget about all that shit. And when people really reach that confidence of power that they've always fucking had, okay? You've always had it. You just used it against yourself for some reason, which is why, again, beliefs, very important. You believe something about yourself that it works against you, and that's why you create something different other than what you want to create. Does that make sense? If all of a sudden, right, you realized how much power you have, it will literally blow your mind. If you like really download that on a cellular level once and for all, that you're God. You just have to make a decision and it's going to be done for you. It's just already done. Nothing has to happen. It's already done. You're there. And so for your human mind, if you have to consistently affirm and maybe have a coach who reminds you of where you're going for a month or two or whatever it is, then that's what has to happen. But the reality exists. It's there. It's just waiting for you to walk into it. You see? So there is nobody's arguing with you. Nobody doesn't want you to get your stuff or SP or anything like that. It's already done. It's been done. It's been done. Everybody's just waiting for you to change your mind so that you can transfer to that reality and stay there. And so I think honestly, the entire premise of manifesting is just really realizing that you have that kind of power and then having the confidence in it. That's really it. All these other things, affirmations, visualization, this and that, this technique, that technique, it's kind of secondary. If you just know you have the power to change anything and you just sit down and write it down, okay, in no particular way. I teach a certain way because it has really worked for myself and my clients, and it's really specific how I teach it. But if you just completely were in concert with your divine power and you just wrote down something on a piece of paper, it would just come true. That's how much power you have. And that's the confidence that I teach in my coaching. But basically, the entire manifestational shebang is about that confidence. That's it. Because once it really clicks in, there are no more questions. Nobody's asking anything anymore. It's just like, you know it. It's the knowing. It's the knowing. Like, I am God. Everything I say goes. It doesn't matter like what it looks like on the outside. Doesn't matter how it's been all this time. It doesn't even matter if sometimes I waver. It doesn't really matter what I say. My manifestation is. It already is. And so as a human, you're going to have these human emotions where you're going to have to either work through them or momentarily you'll get angry or have a bad day, so to speak, and blah, 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 blah. And you know what? Your manifestation still is. Download that. Until next time, all the info is below for me. I'll talk to you later. Ciao.